ever had one spot in your house you just don't open anymore? Maybe it's the closet, maybe it's the garage, maybe it's your spare bedroom that became the kind of I'll deal with that someday room. For us, it was the storage room under the stairs. And this year, after years and years of saying, we'll get to it someday, I finally opened that door. And what I found wasn't just boxes. It was about 40 years of our lives. Some of it made me laugh, some of it made me stop in my tracks, and some of it went right back where I found it. Hi, everyone. I'm Maureen Dobransky. Welcome back to Life Starts at Retirement. If you're retired or getting close, you've probably started thinking about simplifying. Not because somebody is forcing you to, but because one day you'll realize you don't really want your kids sorting through 40 years of memories while wondering why on earth did mom keep this? So today, I thought I'd take you with me into that storage room metaphorically that's under our stairs and tell you what I found, because I have a feeling many of you have a room just like it. Now, I opened the door and it's creepy, it's dark, you have to crawl into it, and I really expected a lot of spiders and stuff, but it was spotlessly clean. No spiders, no nothing, so that's good. But I began pulling out boxes. So boxes, some cardboard boxes, some Tupperware tubs, and I started pulling them out and started going through them. And I went through the first few, just papers, old tax returns. I think I had our old tax return from like 1998 or some ridiculous thing. Not quite sure why that was still under there. Put that in a pile to be shredded. But the very first surprise that I found wasn't really emotional after all. Believe it or not, I found a whole great big huge box of beer cans. Yeah, beer cans. Not one, not 10, but probably 50 or 60 of them, because years and years and years ago, Ken had collected unique beer cans. Apparently, and I do remember, but apparently every vacation, every little trip we took, every interesting label that we found, we placed it, or he placed it in this collection. And I had completely forgotten it even existed. I stood there laughing. We have beer cans under our stairs, and probably have had beer cans under our stairs 35, 40 years. And so I thought, well, this isn't quite the family heirloom I expected to cover. But you know what? It was kind of nice. You know, people start talking about downsizing. They make it sound like every box is going to leave you in tears, or every box is just work, 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 work. Sometimes you find something that is wonderfully ridiculous that reminds you of who you used to be. And that was the beer can. So those moments matter too. The second box, though, went right back in. I opened this box and I opened it, and inside were these tiny little baby shoes, a baby blanket that I had made. I guess, I remember this, but I sewed a baby blanket. I don't sew anymore. There were report cards. There was quite a few things that the kids had made years ago. I'm sure there was an ashtray. Who smokes or who has ashtrays, I guess, in their house? And I think it was an ashtray. It might have just been some other kind of thing that the kids made at school. I wasn't ready to even think about downsizing that. I closed the lid, put it in the pile to go back under the stairs. I just wasn't ready. Maybe I will never be. Who knows? That's okay. I think sometimes we feel guilty because people tell us we should get rid of things, or why are you saving that? It's just clutter. But really, it's a part of my story. It's a part of my family story. I promised myself I'm not going to keep dozens of boxes, but those few little treasures, they're not taking up much space. They hold memories. For me, so far, it's worth it. Now, the third kind of surprise was what I call the mystery box. And this is where things got really interesting. I found stacks and stacks of shoe boxes inside of old boxes full of old pictures, old photographs, black and white pictures, many of them, some old family snapshots. And as I'm going through them, I'm going, well, who's this? Who's this? I don't know who they are. So I kind of became a detective. First of all, I sent pictures to my mom. Then I sent pictures of pictures. So I texted them all to my mom, a few to my sister, some to my brother-in-law. We were flying back and forth. Who's this? I don't know who that is. Well, isn't that Uncle so-and-so? Maybe, maybe not. So it really kind of turned into a fun family conversation that none of us expected. I thought I was cleaning these out, and really we connected, and some of them provided good memories. On the ones that I did know who they were, mom or my sister, my brother-in-law did, I wrote them on the back, put them in the pile. And honestly, on the ones nobody knew, they were gone. So the fourth kind of thing that was a bit challenging, because we reached the point where we didn't know what to do with some of this stuff. So the fourth kind of thing is I made piles. I went, okay, do you think this will sell? I put it in a sell pile. I made a pile. I want to keep this, but I want to take another closer look at it just to be sure I want to keep it. And if that pile gets too big, then I don't want to keep this. And then a third pile that's just get the heck rid of it. So we still have those 3 piles in our basement, which I'll get to. But that was where it got a little bit more difficult. It was thinking some emotions, but thinking, will this sell? Will it not sell? Do I want to keep it? Should I just garbage it? So I don't know. But here's the honest truth. I'm not finished, not even close. There's still probably 3 or 4 even big boxes waiting for me, plus the keep, the donate, and the sell pile. But I try hard every summer to take July and August sort of off of real life. I come out to the trailer where I am right now, and we bring our grandkids. So we have 6 grandkids. I'm not sure that the 20-year-old granddaughter will come out, although she wants to, but maybe in September she can. But in an hour and a half or 2 hours, I'm expecting my 3-year-old, my 7-year-old, and their mom out. I can't wait for this week. Next week, we've got the 7 and, or not the 7. Next week, we've got the 10 and the 12, almost 13-year-old. And then I'm going to Edmonton to be with my mom. But I think we're finished grandchild season at the trailer. So right now, no, we're not finished downsizing or decluttering, whatever you want to call it. And honestly, that's okay. We're gone, like I said, most of July and August. I will get back to it in September and see what happens. And I have a feeling that the sell pile probably won't sell, and I'll probably wind up just dropping it off at Value Village or Savers or Goodwill. The keep pile, I think I'm going to dwindle down even a little bit more, and I'll get some plastic tubs instead of cardboard boxes now. A few more plastic tubs, or a plastic tub. Yeah, a plastic tub. I can fit it all in one tub. And then the donate pile, it's already being donated. But what did it actually feel like? Well, when I finished going through what I did get through, I stood there looking in our storage room and I went, holy cow, we've never had a lot of storage in this house. And it felt great to see, this fairly large empty space. It felt lighter. It wasn't life-changing by any means. It wasn't magical, just, I guess, lighter. And then I had to laugh because before long, I already started putting some other things downstairs to put under there. Some new things in that empty space. So apparently the empty storage space is just there for an invitation to more storage. Maybe that's human nature, but here's the difference. I guess I know what's there now. It's organized, it's intentional, and that's a pretty good feeling. So that's the story of the storage room under our stairs. Beer cans, baby shoes, mystery relatives, and a few boxes still waiting for September. And as a reminder, that downsizing isn't really about getting rid of stuff. It's about deciding what still deserves a place in your life. I like looking at it that way. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a room, a storage closet, a garage, maybe somewhere under your stairs that you've been avoiding for years? And what's the strangest thing you've ever found? Was it stranger than empty beer cans while cleaning it out? I'd love to hear it in the comments. Honestly, I read each and every one of them, and I have a feeling there's going to be some pretty great stories. So I'm Maureen Dobretsky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. If you enjoy these conversations about retirement and making the next chapter of yours the best one yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. And until next time, please remember to go make your retirement remarkable.